Welcome back to Sun, Sand, and Soul. Josh Tommy with David Haber. I'm a little nervous because I realized with our guest, Mickey.
All it is me getting a free Pagani.
Well, that's not what I'm nervous about. I'm nervous.
And that was the car I want, the free Pagani car.
Yeah, I think he got the message on that.
I don't think I'm getting one.
I'm sure he's going to be writing to Horacio immediately. No, I'm nervous because I realized we did not do the rapid fire with
I know.
Mickey.
I messed up. I forgot to do rapid fire, so I'm going to have to do it with you.
And I realized
And you forgot to ask him the question that you always ask. If there's one thing you could change, what would it be? We both forgot something that we should have remembered.
Well, I think in the case of a developer, I can do the Swami, and I think with that. Remember Johnny Carson with the
love the Swami.
I'm going to guess
a Funkin' Wagnall mayonnaise jars where he used to pull
change anything. It's that interest rates are going to come down. He's going to sell the development out before they break ground, and that's what every developer wants.
I think that's probably a good. If you had to guess,
what a developer would want,
we didn't ask them how many are sold. We didn't ask them that.
We did not. Although I know they when they did some opening work, some PR events. I know that they were moving quite well from what I understood. And I
don't think the price point is all that bad.
Well, I think it's all relative, right? I mean,
it's North Bay Village. It's not on the beach and it's not downtown,
and it is one of the advantages. And again,
but it is on the water with the great views.
And coming from my end of the industry, when we do a lot of budget design and operational design, sometimes when you're doing boutique, you lose some of that economies of scale. But when you have larger units, you actually gain some back, right? So you've got a slightly more de minimis service function. You don't have to have these expansive facilities. You simply don't have the footprint for it. You're not going to do tennis courts and this and this and this and this. You're not going to be a continuum on South Beach. You don't have 14 acres to do that. So depending on the size of the units, that maintenance rate, instead of being $2, $2.25, $2.50 as you see.
I was surprised that it was under $2.
Yep. And I think that's
$2 a square foot for those that are listening.
Right, for your monthly maintenance assessment. All right, Mr. Haber. My earphones are adjusted. My glasses are straight. I'm tucked in. I'm ready to go. Abraham, if I pass out or anything horrible happens, you just wake me up and roll me to my car.
It's going to be easy rapid fire for you. Favorite color?
Blue.
Oh, just like me. Favorite food?
Steak.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Favorite cut of meat?
I'm going to go hanger steak.
Really?
Yep.
You're not going ribeye, huh?
I'm not going ribeye. Hanger steak when done right. It's a qualified response, but when done right, hanger steak.
All right. Well, I was in Argentina at the best hanger steak restaurant in the world. It was pretty amazing.
I'm sure I would have loved it.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten a Patagonia shirt to boot.
Okay. I got more for you.
I'm ready.
Favorite brand of shoe? This is going to be tough.
This is tough. Can you give me a segment? Are we saying sneakers?
No. I'm talking shoes. I didn't say sneakers.
Wow. All things being equal, I'm going to go Salvatore Ferragamo.
Jesus, those Louboutins that you wore that were gold with the spikes, I'm telling you, I'm in love with them.
Those are great. I wouldn't say
I mean, that was
but those are specialty. That's
I know, but
break those out of
amazing.
And as you know, I'm a Nike Air Force One lover. I've got a collection of them, all different types. But I would say,
and you're wearing a nice one today.
I would say that's got the snakeskin one today. But I would say, on balance, a nice pair of Salvatore Ferragamo Oxfords, can't beat it. And they last forever. I mean, I have some 20-year-old pairs of Ferragamos that are just look brand new.
Okay. I'm going to go favorite sports team, and you're going to say New England Patriots over the Boston Red Sox.
You'd be correct, although I would say it's really 2 and 2A. I think probably the Celtics are 2A, the Red Sox are 2B. It's close. It really depends. And it probably depends on the time of year, because if you asked me this like in August or September, I'd probably say Sox are 2A and Celtics are 2B. I think it's like seasonal. Right now, I'm in playoff mode, 2 60-win seasons in a row. We've got, a nice road to the.
I don't know if you're going to beat Cleveland.
Listen, playoff experience counts for a lot.
Well, Tatum is a great player, and I think they have a great supporting cast. But
it's going to be fun either way.
I still know that number one is the Patriots, even though Tom Brady is retired.
Yeah, you're correct. Number one is the Patriots. Yeah, has been for a long time.
I got to have one more question. I wish I knew what I was going to ask you.
Well, this is no longer rapid fire.
I got one.
I'm ready.
Best friend.
See, this is a setup, right? Because
And by the way, remember when I said my opinion counts most?
Yes. My best friend. I feel like I'm in one of those hostage videos where you just have to like stare straight at the camera. My best friend is David Haber. So it's when I kind of put the, like some kind of help note somewhere, like I'm under duress.
Boston guys, I'm really sorry. I forced him to answer that way.
There is no other than David Haber.
I can't stop laughing because I set him up.
He did
set you up bad.
I mean, who else could I do this with though?
No,
I mean,
nobody.
this is
nobody.
This
but Kev, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. I did mean to do it to you.
Great episode today. And we've got more coming very quickly. We've got a lot of great episodes coming up.
We got some more developers. We got some politicians coming.
We got all kinds of stuff coming up. It's going to be a busy season for us. And I think we're even looking at some exciting format changes coming up. And Abraham,
are we going to have a food episode? And
I think we food episode. We got some lifestyle, some fitness and lifestyle stuff coming up. And what is interesting, all kidding aside, is how much other industries tie backwards into real estate for us. When we talk about things like gyms, which, are a big part of our lives, and we say, where they go, it's these massive chunks of real estate. When you talk about places like an Equinox or a place like an Anatomy, and you think about all of these health outlets,
you can afford those.
You can too, Mr. Pagani. When you think about restaurants, how much restaurants are a big piece of our real estate market. As volatile as restaurants are, when you think about South Florida, you think about these
pricing is going up.
These retail spaces at the foot of these massive towers. So many of them so often are in fact restaurants. So there'll be some interesting conversation about the way that ties into it.
And I will say this, people may not like this, but the cost of professionals is going up. You have these New York firms coming in and they're charging $1,500 an hour for law services, for legal services. So everybody has to keep pace in order to keep the employees. So you're finding that with accountants, you're finding it with lawyers, and it all goes back to the real estate because you're having these wealthy people move into South Florida. Someone's got to service them. They got to have doctors, they got to have lawyers, they got to have accountants, they got to have places to buy their fancy stuff. They got to go to restaurants that are charging a lot of money.
Yep. Fascinating rule of thumb is 80 to 85% of South Florida's economy is tied directly to real estate in one way or another.
That's crazy.
So when you think about that, we are a real estate driven market. And it's also why our economic expansion has equaled a literal and metaphorical expansion of our skyline. And that is why we do what we do. I don't know how we could sum that show up better than we just did in that.
Well, that's why the name of the show is Sun, Sand, and Sold.
And on that note, Josh Told Me with David Haber for Sun, Sand, and Sold. Join us as always on all your favorite social media and streaming platforms. We'll see you again soon.